Ian here from Touratech USA. Today we're in our showroom in downtown Seattle, and we're going to be installing the quick release aluminum headlight guard on our KTM 790 Adventure R. This fits the 790 Adventure and the 790 Adventure R exactly the same. And if you have one of those bikes, or you've seen them, you know that they have a very distinct headlight on the front of the bike that's very big and very unprotected. This headlight guard is cheap insurance to not get a rock chip or a hole in that headlight and have to replace the whole thing. The headlight guard installs really quickly on the bike and it looks great. So let's open up the package and see what kind of hardware is included with it. This stainless bracket goes under the headlight. This stainless bracket goes at the top center of the headlight. There are two female quick release components, two male quick release components, two M6 by 10 millimeter button head bolts, two M5 by 18 millimeter flange head bolts, one M5 by 12 millimeter button head bolt, two M4 by 8 millimeter button head bolts, two M6 washers, three 5 millimeter thick plastic spacers, two threaded feet, these go on the M4 bolts, two adhesive rubber dots, these go on the feet, the headlight guard itself, and these are the instructions. I highly recommend visiting our website, going to the product page, and downloading or printing them from there. Now let's take a look at what tools are required to complete the installation. You'll need a ratchet tool, an 11 millimeter spanner wrench, a T25 and T30 Torx driver, and a 2.5 millimeter, a 3 millimeter, and a 4 millimeter Allen drive tool. For the Torx and the Allen drive tools, I'm using them off of our Cruise Tools 3/8 drive racks. I find it very convenient because regardless of what size tool I'm using, I can always use the same ratcheting wrench. Now that all that's taken care of, let's grab this headlight guard, walk over to the bike, and get to work. To prepare the bike, we have to install a little bracket right here and a small bracket underneath the headlight. So first thing to do is to remove the windscreen so we have access to this little plastic piece. We can install the upper bracket. This plastic piece right here is just pressed into the threaded fitting. There's no threads or anything, so you can stick your finger under it and pull out or pry it up if you need to. Take the M5 by 12 button head bolt, one of the 5 millimeter plastic spacers, and this little stainless steel piece, and install them right here using the 3 millimeter Allen drive tool. I recommend putting a small amount of blue Loctite on this bolt just so it doesn't come out down the road. The spacer goes behind the stainless steel piece and it installs with the rounded edge down. Remove the two factory bolts from underneath the headlight using a Torx T30 driver. To prepare the lower headlight guard bracket, we need to press the two female quick release components through the holes in the bracket. Now it's time to install the lower bracket. Use two of the M5 by 18 flange head bolts and the two remaining black plastic spacers. Again, a little bit of Loctite on these bolts is important. To prepare the two upper corners of the headlight guard, we're going to use the two M4 by 8 button head bolts, the two plastic feet that thread on, and the two rubber bumpers that stick onto the plastic feet. So take the bolt, put it through the top corner. On the back side of the headlight guard, screw the plastic foot on. And then take one of the rubber feet and stick it to the back side of the plastic foot. These are small bolts threading into plastic, so just finger tight is more than enough. To install the two male quick release components on the bottom of the headlight guard, you're going to use the two M6 by 10 millimeter button head bolts, two M6 washers, and the two male quick release pieces. Now these quick release pieces have a brass thread inside of them, and inside those threads there's a pinched thread that works like a mechanical thread locker. So you don't need any Loctite, but you will need to use an 11mm wrench and a ratcheting tool to thread the bolt all the way in. With the headlight guard assembled, now we can install it on the bike. It's really easy. You just hook the stainless steel piece here under the piece we installed earlier, and then spread the bottom just a little bit so you can install the quick release parts. Now we can put the windscreen right back on. As you can see, this headlight guard looks great on the motorcycle, and it's going to do a fantastic job of protecting the glass at the front of the bike from any flying rocks or sticks that you might encounter on the trail. The headlight guard's quick and easy to remove if you need to clean the headlight, get the dead bugs off or anything like that, and it's quick and easy to put right back on again. If you want to learn anything more about products that we make for the KTM 790 or other adventure motorcycles, visit our website, touratech-usa.com. And while you're watching, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when we release more videos just like this.